Let's go to the world map and see where I need to go. That's where I wanted to go. That's a really weird jump. That's where I am. Is it? And I need to make it all the way there. It's gonna be 19 jumps. And we started all the way here. That's kind of the bubble. We started from here, and I think the Omega sector is our first waypoint in the expedition. There we're gonna mine some stuff. And this is Sagittarius A. Part of the expedition is to put a station there, because you're gonna run out of stations real fast, and the further away you get from the bubble. This is just, the bubble's so small. And the end point is Beagle Point, one of the furthest away from where we started. So it's also an achievement to get to Beagle Point. You get brag rights. But this is just the first leg of the journey, and I wanted to go, because we got a list from sites to see that have already been discovered, and I am going to this one. I don't know yet what's there to see, but most likely I'll see it when I get there. So, how many jumps? 92 jumps? When I left it was 19. Fine. 92 jumps. No. 29 jumps. Sorry. I'm from the Netherlands, and then we say we say it in reverse. Yeah, I'm not in any position to partake in the power. Our first jump is going to an M-class planet, red dwarf star. I can fuel there. That's good. Let me just change modes. "11 bodies. Let's have a look. Is there anything? Icy bodies, rocky bodies, high metal bodies. I like the high metal bodies, but you're most likely an icy body. Icy bodies. No. Usually I would take more time doing this, but I only have until tonight to actually get to the waypoint at Omega. See, no, you're there. Yeah. Ho ho ho. Are you there?
Scan complete.
Yes, thank you. Let's go. And if you have to do this with every system along the way...
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Hopefully I didn't activate it too fast. I have only like one thing, one important thing in this expedition, and that's to get the Beagle Point. And another one is to have at least one planet or star on my name. And that is kind of difficult, but
system scan complete. Fuel scooping.
And after that, I want to go sightseeing. Because I've always been in a bubble and I've never seen anything that special. There's nothing here. Nope, nothing. Good.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
I might have activated that too soon. I don't have any protection for overheating, and I don't have heat sinks.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Because I'm in a very, very small ship. And I couldn't take a lot with me without sacrificing a lot of jump range.
Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
No, that went fast.
Frameshift drive charging.
No.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Red dwarf, good. Yep, I'm staying here for a while. Never point towards the sun, because you wouldn't be the first. What do we have? A gas giant. Icy body. High metal. Okay, I'm going to look for that. Gas giant first. You have a lot of buddies. Most likely all ice, isn't it? Yeah. It's all ice. This expedition is also the first time.
Temperature critical.
Ah, bloody hell. Out. That's what you get for flying too close to the sun. What's here? Oh, just what I was looking for.
Fuel scooping complete.
The only thing that's left is Nicey Body. I can live with that. "25 jumps. Okay. Let's see if I can make it before that.
Frameshift drive charging.
I think what's to see there is cinema bun.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Can't really remember. I need to grab the post for that. Still pay attention for when I jump out. Apparently what happens to some people if they don't pay attention, because they think they're still in jump space and come out, that they fly directly into the sun.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Or that they drop out between two suns. It's not a good thing.
Fuel scooping.
18 bodies. Yeah, I want to have a look. Gas giants. Gas giants are good. Where's the other gas giant? It was right next to it. Great. Okay.
Fuel
Anything
scooping
else? No Earth-likes. That's a shame. I would like to discover an Earth-like. Okay. Not get too close to the sun.
Frameshift drive charging. System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
I know she said system scan complete, but still. I have to honk. I'm going pretty close.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging. Fuel scooping.
18 bodies. Gas giant. Please be that gas giant. Yes. Nice. And what do we have here? Icy bodies, rocky bodies. One high metal. These are all asteroid. There we go. Wait, did I get it? There it is. Oh, there's one more. Yep, that was it.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
20 jumps. Maybe in the next jump I'll show you what my ship looks like.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Scan. Yeah, good to stay here for a while. Let's go outside my ship. I'm flying a dolphin. Dolphins are kind of the cruise liners, because they're mostly meant for passengers. Oh, I like this one. So that's... I think you can't see it from here, but you can see it from there. Ship is called Viajanto. Supposed to be a small roof on the G. but that doesn't work. Pity though. This is a small version. You also have like the beluga and the orca. There the size is bigger. This is the smallest size. I picked this one because it looks pretty. It looks sleek, and it's one of the ships that I have that can actually, well, it could jump the furthest. So, let's see. If you want to see my cockpit, it's kind of cool. I wish there was another seat, then I could have taken somebody with me on the expedition, but I got a big view. And yes, I am Imperial. Not that I do much about that. Okay. Oh yeah, this had a lot of stuff, didn't it? Let me first get close enough to the sun to scoop. In my right hand corner, lower corner, you can see my fuel gauge. The blue part is how much fuel it's going to consume in my next jump. So since I have to scan some planets here, it's always... Are you not scoopable?
Warning, temperature critical.
You're not scoopable. That's why. I forgot to look what kind of sun it is. Not every sun is scoopable. No, smoke! I'm overheating. Let me just get some distance. Okay. Throttle to 0, and let's have a look-see. We have a ammonia world. Don't see many of those. That's an ice world. That sounds like the water world I was looking for. Then you can kind of... Eventually you can kind of hear it. Either there's an Earth-like world here, which would make me be very... Or it is a rocky ice. With my luck, it's that one. Yeah, it sounds like... Why it is so close on the scanner? It's not fair. Right, rocky bodies. Metal. They're both metal. On the wavelength bar, when you tune it into something, you see like those small upside down V's, like little arrows. That pattern, you also see them in my scope, and they kind of tell you because the metal one is different than the ice one. Well, you can see. It's a pity. Okay. Other than that, there's nothing of interest here.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scooping.
Oh, I needed some fuel. A water world. So I'm looking for water world. Yay. And now a high metal one. Oh, and of course it's behind the sun. Just my flippin' luck.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
So you can have it now. And if not... That's two. I knew there were going to be two.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, one, engage.
In a Tracae system, we're going to find Laberinto. That's what is to see. Let's...
Fuel scooping. System scan complete. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Okay, let's hope you are a fuelable, have a fuelable star. Yes, you do. Okay.
Four, three, two, one, engage. Fuel scoop disengaged.
What do you have? A gas giant. I think one gas giant. Icy bodies. Rocky. That one. Let's have a look-see. No. There it is. Eventually you'll get good at it. Nope. Nope. I think that's about it. I stopped fuel scooping.
Frameshift drive
Oh,
charging.
but this one has a fuelable. So this is kind of what it's like.
4, 3, 2, 1. Engage.
And sometimes you get interesting stuff. Sightseeing stuff. Hopefully I'll get to a few of them tonight. Gonna have some fun. Gonna make some pictures. Gonna be good.
Fuel scooping.
And I need to scoop fuel. And if you have some questions, you can always ask. Can't guarantee I can answer, but I could show you some stuff. That is not right. Of course the metal ones are behind the sun. Damn it.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Yeah, I noticed. When I first got the scoop, I made so many mistakes with flying too close. And then even going
Fuel
into
scoop disengaged.
to jump while I was overheating. And when you're jumping, your engine overheats more. And eventually I lost my cargo. Let's see. Well, thus far nothing has broken. So that's good. Okay. Well, as you can see, I do have a pulse laser and a burst laser, but I don't have them equipped right now because I sometimes tend to push the wrong buttons, and when we're at a waypoint with all of the other explorers, I don't want it to go off accidentally.
Frameshift drive charging.
L-Star. I can't remember if that's scoopable. Nah, I'll go for it anyway.
Frameshift
Let's
drive
live a little.
charging. Four, three, two, one.
I don't think that's scoopable. But I'd like to be wrong from time to time. Oh, you're not scoopable. Well, the next one has to be scoopable, or else I'm in
Frameshift
trouble.
drive charging.
A white star is not scoopable. Damn. Well, white star is scoopable, and you have nothing of interest. Okay. So let me have a a look-see. Okay, that's the Dwight Star. My next one is scoopable. G.
Frameshift drive charging.
It's going to be close. I don't like doing that though. I've never had to ask for the fuel rats before and still hope that never happens. White Star, throttle back. Water world, ammonia world, Earth-like? Sounds like a nice world. As you can tell, I haven't done a lot of this before, so I sometimes get my buttons mixed up. High metal. Oh, I found my first Earth-like world. Okay, I'm not the first one to find it, but still. Cool. But I still haven't gotten all of it. These sound like an... Let's spawn this sun.
Fuel scooping.
No. I thought you weren't a scoopable sun. Well, star. There's still one behind the sun. Damn it. As you can imagine, some people just do something else while this happens. That's why we have a radio station. Kinda. And the news.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Let me put on the news, it's funny.
Week in review. Here are this week's main stories. The
Frameshift drive charging.
Empire has entered a state of conflict with the isolationist group Nova Imperium in the Paris system. Senator Denton Patrias issued a call to Imperial auxiliaries to help destroy the Nova Imperium fleet.
In 4, 3, 2, 1.
Praetor Mordanticus made a similar appeal, saying, I urge all those who believe that Hadrian Duval should be the Emperor to support us. A luxury star yacht belonging to famous actor Consuelo Knight has reached its destination with nobody aboard. Computer records confirmed the crew's presence until a few minutes before
Fuel scooping.
arrival, when all 5 crew members vanished. Engineering and hyperspace experts have begun analyzing data to unravel the mystery.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Meanwhile, the Interstellar Health Organization is reviewing Vitadine Labs' nanomedicines, which the company has admitted are based on advanced technology developed by Utopia. Many in the medical community have argued that Utopia should share their revolutionary medicines, but investors have already pumped millions of credits into Vitadine Labs, convinced that profits will run into the billions if these nanomeds become the galaxy's hottest new commodity. Finally, supply campaigns for the Federal and Imperial navies have concluded successfully, with traders delivering large amounts of military provisions. The factions responsible for the parallel initiatives thanked pilots who contributed. And those are the main stories this week. Vitadine nanomedicines prompt ethical dilemma. The Interstellar Health Organization, IHO, is currently reviewing Vitadine Labs' nanomedicines, which the company has admitted are based on advanced technology developed by Utopia. Healthcare analyst Dr. Himari Gray discussed the situation via
Frameshift drive charging.
Vox Galactica. There are always ethical considerations when approving new medicines, but in this case the IHO has more to consider than usual, not least Pranav Antal's formal complaint that replicating
4, 3, 2, 1.
utopian technology without permission is tantamount to theft. Many in the medical community argue that it is selfish of Utopia to hoard such revolutionary medicines. As these nanomeds are capable of treating many illnesses and injuries, surely the potential health benefits outweigh questions of ownership. On the other hand,
Fuel scooping.
investors have already pumped millions of credits into Vitadine Labs, convinced that profits will run into the billions if these nanomeds become the galaxy's hottest new commodity. If that happens, only the very wealthy will be able to afford Vitadine's product. Flashpoint for Nova Imperium. Political journalist Cassio Carvalho has reported on the current conflict with isolationist group Nova Imperium. In recent weeks, Nova Imperium has become a genuine political force. Tensions have now erupted into a
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift
conflict in the
drive
Paris
charging.
system, with Imperial Navy auxiliaries attempting to destroy Nova Imperium's fleet. In return, Imperator Mordanticus has called on the galactic community to fight for Emperor Hengist's long-lost grandson Hadrian Duval.
Ready to engage. 4,
12 more jumps, yay!
To be recognized as an heir to the throne. Whether this is a one-off battle or the beginning of an Imperial civil war, the outcome of the Battle of Parisa will influence the future of the Empire. Empire engages Nova Imperium. The Empire has entered a state of conflict with the isolationist group
Fuel scooping.
Nova Imperium in the Parisa system. Senator Denton Patrios announced, the loyal Imperials of Upini Limited have engaged the isolationists' illegal armada. We call upon Imperial auxiliaries
What do we
to
have?
support our allies
Rookie.
and destroy the Nova Imperium
High
fleet.
metal. High metal.
Imperator Mordanticus, leader of Nova Imperium, has requested the support of the galactic community. Nova Imperium's survival depends upon winning this battle. I urge all those who believe that Hadrian Duval should be the Emperor to support us. The two factions have set out week-long campaigns to overcome their foes, which will begin on the 10th of January 3305. Federal and Imperial campaigns end. Supply campaigns for the Federal and Imperial navies have concluded successfully, with traders delivering large amounts of military provisions. The League of Zela, acting on behalf of the Federal Navy, stated,
And of course
"Many
one of
thanks
them
to
is
all
behind the
pilots who
sun.
came through for the Federation. You can now collect your rewards at Pace and Hub in the Zela system." An announcement was also made by the Surserco, which coordinated a similar supply campaign for the Imperial Navy. "You have performed a great service for the Empire. Payments have been authorized at Mitchell Hangar in the Surser system." Marquis Felix Novantico, a retired military strategist, commented, "Tensions caused by Nova Imperium have triggered
I still
much
have
activity of this
15
kind.
minutes to
But for the
stream.
Federation to do the
So
same
if anybody has any
suggests concern
questions.
about a potentially hostile empire, should
And also
Hadrian
just
Duval
keep
claim
going.
the throne.
Let's see.
Fuel scoop disengaged.
Crew missing from Celebrity's Starship. A luxury star yacht belonging to famous actor Consuelo Knight has reached its destination with nobody on board. The incident was reported by independent news
That's the last
from
one.
Sovereign.
Yes.
Consuelo Knight's beautiful ship often attracts admirers when it arrives at a starport, but on this occasion it also brought security forces, since
Frameshift drive charging.
the custom-built private yacht was completely empty. Investigators discovered that the ship was in perfect condition with all escape pods intact. There were signs of recent activity, such as unfinished meals and handheld
4, 3, 2, 1.
equipment on the floor. Computer records confirmed the crew's presence until a few minutes before arrival, when all 5 people, including Miss Knight, simultaneously vanished. Engineering and hyperspace experts have begun analyzing data to unravel this mystery, but there is no reason to believe
Great,
there are
2
any
suns.
survivors of this phenomenon.
3 stars.
Week in
Ooh.
review. Here are this week's main stories. The theft of a spectacular work of art has soured new
System scan complete.
Just 3 planets?
activities for thousands of federal citizens.
Fuel scooping.
A colossal hollow sculpture, inspired by the federal insignia, was due to be unveiled to mark the start of 3305. But upon activation, the image that materialized was a gigantic cat's face, winking repeatedly. Meanwhile, Professor Catrian Rook has admitted that her company's nanomedicines are of utopian origin, and revealed that the original material was sold to Vitadine Labs by independent pilots. She offered to return the original cargo to Utopia while insisting that Vitadine be allowed to continue the manufacture of its derived nanomedicines. Sim Guru Pranav Antal has insisted that production cease, however. In other news, preparations are underway for the second Distant Worlds expedition, which will see a community of explorers cross the galaxy.
That's
The
us.
expedition will chart a course through the heart of the galaxy, mapping unexplored regions and making new scientific discoveries. It will also involve the construction of a starport dedicated to the study of Sagittarius A. Nearly 4,000 commanders are expected to take part. The isolationist group Nova Imperium
Fuel scoop disengaged.
has started mustering its forces in the Parisa system,
Frameshift drive charging.
prompting
10
Senator Denton
minutes to
Patrios
go.
to issue a statement ordering the ships to disperse. The Imperial
10
Navy
jumps.
must now find a way to quash the threat without it being seen as a massacre of Imperial citizens, which will only fuel
4, 3, 2, 1.
for the rebellion. An open order for military supplies has been placed on behalf of the Federal Navy by the League of Zira. A parallel operation is being run by Imperial faction the Cercer Company. Both initiatives begin on the 3rd of January 3305 and will run for 1 week. Finally, an initiative run by
Fuel scooping.
Herculean Machines, manufacturer of dual-drive personal computers, has concluded. Multiple shipments of consumer technology, hardware diagnostic sensors, and computer components were delivered to the Blatrum system, which will be used to
What do we
fulfill a
have?
large order from the Federal Navy.
Water
And
plant.
those are the main stories this week. Nova Imperium musters military forces. The isolationist group Nova Imperium is reported to be assembling its forces in the Pariser system. Senator Denton Patrios made this statement. We have evidence that this seditious organization is amassing an armada in its home system. It consists of ships crewed by Imperator Mordanticus's ex-Navy followers, as well as the private vessels of many misguided citizens. As Admiral of the Fleet, I order Nova Imperium to disperse its forces immediately or face the consequences. The Imperial Herald's Cassio Carvalho commented, widespread support for Hadrian Duval has led to Nova Imperium amassing its fleet in a very short time. The challenge for the Imperial Navy is to quash this threat without it being seen as a massacre of Imperial citizens, which can only fuel further rebellion. Countdown to Second Distant Worlds Expedition. Preparations are underway for the Second Distant Worlds Expedition, which will see a community of explorers cross the galaxy. Science correspondent Leon Banerjee provided an overview for the Vox Galactica media outlet. The first Distant Worlds mission
We're all
in
behind the sun.
3302 was the largest fleet expedition in history and saw over 1,000 ships travel to Beagle Point and back. Distant Worlds 2 has
Fuel scoop disengaged.
even loftier ambitions, involving an impressive voyage through the heart of the galaxy, mapping unexplored regions and making new scientific discoveries. It will also involve the construction of a starport dedicated to the study of Sagittarius A. Project leaders Arimus Kamzel and Dr. Kai report that nearly 4,000 courageous commanders will take part, despite the risks involved, in a journey of over 200,000 light years. Distant Worlds 2 is scheduled to launch in January 3305, with the complete round trip lasting approximately 300 days. Herculean Machines initiative concludes. An initiative run by Herculean Machines, manufacturer of dual-drive personal computers,
Frameshift drive charging.
has now concluded. Multiple shipments of consumer technology, hardware diagnostic sensors and computer components were delivered to the Blatrum system, which will be used to fulfill a large order from the Federal Navy.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Maddox Heard, the company's CEO, made this statement. Once again, I offer my thanks to the galactic community for its support. We're very pleased to become a supplier to the Federal Navy, and we hope that the Uradrive remains in production for a long time. Pilots who took part in the
Fuel scooping.
initiative can now collect their rewards from Boltzmann Hub in the Blatrum system. Supplies for Federal and Imperial Navies.
System scan complete.
Yay!
An open order for military supplies has been placed on behalf of the Federal Navy by the League of Zira. A spokesperson for the organization gave the following statement. The Federal Navy urgently requires shipments of battle weapons, land
Fuel scoop disengaged.
mine,
Frameshift drive charging.
and
I
performance
don't think we're
enhancers
gonna
to be
get there
delivered to
before the
Payson
time
Hub
runs
in
out.
the Zila system. A parallel operation is being run by Imperial faction the
So
Cercer
most likely
Code,
later
which now-
today I
The
will stream
Imperial
again
Navy's logistics division has
and we'll be able to show you more
2,
of the sites. Because now it's just
authorized
boring
us to
jumping
process
and
deliveries
honking
of
every
battle
time.
weapons, reactive armor, and Imperial slaves.
Mostly
Drop
because
off
my
on the
jump
mutual
range isn't
hangar of
that
the
great.
Cercer system. Both initiatives begin on the 3rd of January 3305 and will run for 1 week. If either initiative meets its targets earlier than planned, that campaign will end.
Keep paying attention. Oh, 10 plants. Good. Is there anything useful in there? Nope. Nothing. when I started out, I did scan everything,
Frameshift drive
but it took me so
charging.
much time, and since my jump range isn't that far, it would take me hours to actually get everything done, because I had to jump more than 150 jumps to get to Omega, which is the first waypoint. In the expedition, and well, I don't have that much time, and Thursday I want to be in Omega on Thursday, so I have to become more picky with what I scan. And that's all that was important. Let me see if I can change something. Controls. Headlock. I have no motion sensor. I haven't figured that out yet. I used to have it under one button, but then you can look around your cockpit, which is sometimes nice, especially if you want to see where the planet is that you're flying around.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Next to my radar, to the left, you can see a bar with the 54%. That's kind of my
4, 3,
heat bar. So as you can imagine, the closer I get to the sun, how further along it goes up. And if it gets between those brackets, I'm in trouble. And usually that shows in like modules that stop working. Maybe not at first, but when you do it too often, you will. And I lost cargo once that way because my cargo hatch just dropped open and I couldn't get it fixed until I got to a station. And since I'm out in the black, there are hardly any stations. Right. That already looks pretty. Except the fuel scooper is in the way. Oh, that. That looks nice. Well, we're getting closer to the center of the universe, so I could imagine seeing more stars. Maybe I can do a photo.
Fuel scooping complete.
Ta-da! For these stars. Oh, wait, no. That. That. Maybe I should get a little bit closer to. And that's all I have time for now. Maybe later today I'll come back and show you the site that I'm actually flying towards right now, which is 5 jumps out. That's a pity. No, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll watch again.